Have you ever earned a trophy and instead of being excited for earning it, you say to yourself, that should have been a gold trophy instead of bronze? Well, that happens all the time where a trophy requirement far exceeds its bronze value. While looking at some of my ultra rare bronze trophies, I noticed that there are a large number of them that should have been gold, so I decided to share with you 10 different ultra rare bronze trophies whose difficulty doesn't match up to the value of the prize. These are just 10 examples, in no particular order, of bronze trophies that are much harder to earn than most other trophies in their respective games. First up comes the single rarest trophy in Batman Arkham Knight. The trophy is called Brutality 101, which asks you to perform 15 different combat moves in one free flow combo. If your combo is broken, you must start again. Performing a long combo chain itself isn't the most difficult part. The biggest challenge is knowing exactly how to perform each of the 15 different combat moves and remembering which ones you've done and which ones you haven't. The only way I was able to earn this trophy was by choreographing a series of moves and keeping a cheat sheet just off screen. Many people pause the game between each move, and many more just end up throwing their controllers at the screen. The bottom line is that this trophy can jump off a cliff and die. Speaking of bronze trophies that can just jump off a cliff and die, next up is the Becomes the Master trophy in Titanfall 2. If you remove this one trophy from the game, it's actually a very easy platinum. Once again, this bronze trophy is the rarest trophy in the list, far more difficult than the 6 other silver and gold trophies. To earn it, you need to place in the top 3 on the Gauntlet scoreboard. The Gauntlet is basically a tutorial at the beginning of the game which teaches you how to navigate the world with fancy wall jumps while dealing with enemies. The trophy itself is actually a really great idea. However, the time requirement is extremely unfair and requires hours and hours and hours of practice to get good enough for the perfect run. I'm expecting plenty of comments to this video from people telling this trophy to go F itself. Next up is another trophy that on paper sounds like a good idea, but the implementation of it was horrendous. The Benevolent Leader bronze trophy in Fallout 4 is twice as rare as anything else in the game, a list which includes a total of 16 silver and gold trophies. Unlike the previous 2 bronze trophies I mentioned, this one doesn't require a high level of skill, but will require a high level of patience and some sort of guide telling you what you need to do, because the game certainly isn't going to do you any favors there. To earn this one, you'll need to reach a maximum happiness in a large settlement. There are many guides out there, including my own, with nearly 1.5 million views, which reaffirms my belief that this should have been a gold trophy. At least they patched it so the settlement happiness calculations are correct, reducing the number of instances of happiness level sitting at 95% and not increasing. Now, trying to make other people happy will probably make you sad. If that last bronze trophy makes you sad, maybe it's time to hit the bottle for the Social Lubricant trophy in the original Watch Dogs game. This bronze trophy is far more difficult than the 21 silver and gold trophies, and by far the rarest in the game. To earn this, you need to complete level 10 in all 3 drinking games. The drinking game is a terrible minigame, and the implementation of this trophy is even worse. It was so difficult that Ubisoft patched the game to make it easier. I'd love to say that my many years of drinking alcohol helped me earn this pre-patch, but the reality was that I spent hours and hours trying to complete it. The patch made things so much easier with a long list of ways they retuned it, but even still, there's a lot of players who are still finding it impossible. While I don't think this trophy should have ever existed, it certainly deserves better than bronze, and the only trophy in history that can literally drive you to alcoholism in real life. Sometimes a game simply asks you to have a patience to earn a trophy that you'll eventually get if you play long enough. Sometimes a game can ask you to have too much patience, and that is the case with the sequel bronze trophy in Friday the 13th. This game has a very long and somewhat difficult platinum with a long list of low percentages of earned trophies. The bronze trophy, called the sequel, is the second rarest. The requirement is simple: just play as Jason 500 times. The problem is that you only have a 1 in 8 chance to be chosen as Jason in public matches. The commitment to this trophy alone makes this bronze trophy value feel way too low. Of course, you can boost this in private matches with one other person, but that will still take a huge time investment of 1,000 games to get both of you that trophy. In case you're wondering what the rarest trophy is, It's for playing as Jason 1,000 times. And that is only a silver trophy and a complaint for a different video. The next bronze trophy I want to talk about is one that shouldn't be worth gold. It should be a platinum trophy all on its own. It's one of the most difficult individual trophies regardless of its trophy value. Of course, I'm talking about the LEBEN trophy from Wolfenstein 2. This is a difficulty related trophy earned from beating it on its highest difficulty with permadeath, which is incredibly difficult even if you had checkpoints. This bronze trophy is the biggest slap in the face of all time, since you earn a silver trophy from simply beating it once, even on the easiest difficulty. Giving you a bronze for getting through one of the most difficult campaigns in recent memory is inexcusable. At least all the different LEBEN trophies in all of the various DLC will reward you with a silver trophy, and those are actually even slightly easier. If I was actually going to rank these bronze trophies, this would definitely be the #1 most difficult. Next up, I'm actually going to talk about a bronze trophy that is part of DLC, which might be a little unfair because developers have less wiggle room with DLC trophies due to Sony's limitation about the number of trophies DLC can receive, so it's not uncommon for difficult ones to be bronze. I want to include the gold-plated trophy from Need to Speed for 2 reasons. First, the trophy is called gold-plated. The name alone proves it should have been gold. Secondly, the trophy is legitimately difficult. You need to win gold on all prestige events, which includes many different drift and speed events that leave very little margin of error, which leaves this trophy nearly 10 times more rare than any other trophy in the base game. To reiterate, you earn a bronze-plated trophy for completing the gold-plated challenges. Enough said. The gold-plated trophy isn't the only trophy with an unfortunate name. Another one is the Golden Child trophy in Rise of the Tomb Raider, which asks you to complete every level in Score Attack with a gold score. Once again, it couldn't be more obvious that this should have been a gold trophy based on name alone. In defense of the developers, every trophy in the game is bronze, with the exception of one gold trophy that asks you to achieve a 100% completion, but more than 5 times more people have completed the game to 100% than they have for mastering Score Attack. Of course, the benefit of a trophy list with nearly all bronze trophies means that there are more overall trophies in the game, but the problem is several of them are tiered trophies, meaning that you get 2 or more on your way to completing one task. For example, there's a trophy for getting gold on 1 Score Attack level, one for completing 10 levels, and another for all of them. Remove all the tiered trophies in the game, and there's plenty of room to make the Golden Child trophy the gold it deserves. Say what you want about the way EA has handled Battlefront 2, but in my opinion, the way they handle the trophy list is among the worst things they've done. Let me introduce you to the multitasking bronze trophy. This requires you to defeat 25 hero ships with a fighter ship, the least effective way of dealing with them. This is a classic David versus Goliath matchup, if Goliath had 1,000,000 hit points and David was armed with a pea shooter. This will take you many hours, or in my case, several hours every day over the course of a week. If the requirement was to defeat 1 hero ship with a fighter, the bronze trophy would have still been well earned, but watching everyone else steal your kill after you whittled the hero ship down to low health makes this equally frustrating as it is difficult. The final bronze trophy that should have been gold that I want to take a look at is the Master Fisher trophy in the Elder Scrolls Online. This game features one of the hardest platinum trophies you can earn, and was the #1 hardest platinum in my 2015 Trophy Awards show. The Emperor trophy is an impossible gold trophy that requires you to be the #1 player in your alliance while taking all 6 keeps around Imperial City. You'll most likely have to find a few other PvP players to assist you, and you'll have to take a week off from sleeping and eating because you won't have time for any of that. Surprisingly, the Master Fisher bronze trophy has actually been earned by even fewer players. Thankfully, you'll be able to resume a more healthy lifestyle, but it'll require a massive time investment to complete all 8 fishing achievements, which ask you to catch a couple hundred different rare fish, and on top of that, the necessity of farming bait for dozens of hours. So have fun farming for insects and worms when basically everything else would be more fun. So there are 10 examples of bronze trophies that should have been gold. If you have found any bronze trophies that shouldn't have been, let me know in the comments. Until next time, hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell to receive updates for all new videos.